All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. And as you could probably tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, yes, this is going to be a shove it in your face type of video to all of the naysayers. If you guys remember, a few weeks ago, the trades, Entertainment Weekly, Variety, and a couple of other outlets started putting out stories of not Henry Cavill, but of Ben Affleck being done with Batman. He hated the suit. He doesn't want to play the character. It is over. And those of us who have been paying attention for years and know about the Full Circle event already know that Ben Affleck would come back to play Batman if Zack Snyder gets to continue his vision. But all these trades were like, he's over, it's time to move on. They started doing some kind of a hashtag with thank you, Ben Affleck, or thank you, Batman, Batfleck, or whatever it was. And everyone was like, it's time to move on. And there's a group of people who have been telling us to move on for years. Well, something happened over this weekend, which shows you we are never going to move on, and neither are the actors, okay? So right now, The Accountant 2 is playing in theaters. And if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. It's pretty freaking awesome. And Ben Affleck is obviously the star of The Accountant 2. He was on the press junket this weekend, and somebody asked him, one of the interviewers asked him as he was passing by, will we see you back as Batman? He didn't say no. He didn't say heck no. He didn't say I would never do that again, like he did during James Gunn's, where somebody was asking him about doing something for the DCU, and he said he would never do anything for James Gunn's DCU. No, he didn't say anything like that. He gave a smile and said, anything is possible, and he walked away. Guys, this is why we still hold out hope, because they have not closed the door. The actors have not closed the door. Zack Snyder definitely has not closed the door. No matter what people tell you, you cannot let the foot off of the pedal. We have got to put it on the gas. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep asking the studios for what we want. We want to have that story finished. Anything else is unacceptable. And it's not acceptable in animation form. It's not acceptable in comic form. We want these actors back in these roles, and we want to see them again. It's a fact. The studio would make a crap ton of money if they dropped what they were doing and announced, hey, we're doing Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. We're doing the Batfleck film, and that's what people really want. If they did a Ben Affleck Batman film, that's going to make over $1 billion guaranteed. That was like bringing back Wolverine for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's the same type of situation. And the fact that the studios don't see that or don't care is very telling. They're going to continue to push those fans away. It's disgusting. And talk about being disgusting. This morning, well, today is also Henry Cavill's birthday. And people were posting about that. So Gunn, being petty like he is, had to do a post today about his dog. So on Twitter, what he ended up posting was him at his house. He's got a theater screen, and his dog is watching the scene that they've already released of the dog, and the dog was getting all excited. And he's like, we did all the 3D modeling off of my dog Uzu, all this stuff. Again, he's making it about himself. He can't just let Henry Cavill have the limelight for his birthday today. He has to come in and do a post, and he hasn't been doing very many posts for the last couple of weeks. He's done a few things here and there, and he's not even getting the anniversary dates right. On the characters that he's posting about, which is freaking hilarious. He's got that encyclopedia. He's shown that picture where he has the encyclopedia for DC stuff, and he can't even get it right with the encyclopedia. How sad is that? So he had to do a post today, but let's take a look at how the engagement is with Zack Snyder. And to top it off, okay, take Henry Cavill out of it. To top it off, Zack Snyder actually posted something about Henry Cavill's birthday today, and we're going to see which posts are getting more engagement. So I have to thank Going to the Pictures for putting this out there, and you can see that Gunn posted something this morning, and then Zack Snyder posted something, and you can see that for James Gunn, for the reposts, there have been 1,500. For Zack Snyder, there have been 2,500. Quotes from Gunn, 191. Zack Snyder, 398. Likes, 15,000 for Gunn and over 18,000 for Zack Snyder. Bookmarks, 765 for Gunn and 477 for Zack Snyder. Now, the bookmarks make sense because that really is not an indication of much of anything. Really, honestly, it's not about engagement. And so the other things are important. The likes, the quotes, and the reposts are important. So you can see that it says, look at the stats. It's clear to see where the loyalties of the genuine DC fans lay. And going to the pictures, sent this to me and said, Geezer, look at the stats. Zach is blowing Gunn's posts out of the water. And it's true. And they've got a picture there of Uzu, the dog. And then you've got the actual post from Zack Snyder where he posted Henry Cavill, auditioning in Christopher Reeve's suit. And so it's funny to see him all skinny like that. It's pretty hilarious. So it's clear where the interest lies. Zack Snyder does not have a superhero film coming out. Zack Snyder just posted something about Henry Cavill's birthday, and it's getting more tweets than something having to do with Superman, coming from the director who's got his face everywhere and is up in everything, whereas Zack is not. And it does show you where the interest lies. If they did announce Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 today, and they announced the Batfleck film, holy crap, the stocks for Warner Brothers would go. But no, would just blow up. But no, that's not what they're doing. We don't even have a trailer for Superman yet. How pathetic is that? The studio has no confidence in their own product. They know what the fans want, and they refuse to do it. So no, we are not going to move on from wanting the story to continue. We will never stop asking for it. The actors are willing to come back. Zack Snyder is willing to come back. And if you watch the Full Circle event, you would know this, even though the internet and the trades will tell you otherwise. They're trying to work with the studios to push a narrative, and it's simply not true. The people who tell you you just got to move on, you don't need to listen to them. The studios will pay attention. There's a reason why we got Zack Snyder's Justice League in the first place. We cannot take our foot off the gas at this stage. We have to continue to move forward and demand from the studios what we want. If the fans were not interested, people would not have gone to see, wouldn't have gone and seen Deadpool and Wolverine. But they did, and they went and watched it in droves. That movie made a crap ton of money. This is what Warner Brothers has sitting in front of them. They just have to listen and have to do it. But they want to try other stuff first, which just is not going to work. All right, guys, this is for all those naysayers out there. You can't sit here and tell us to stop and move on when you know dang well now that the actors are asking for it to happen and people want this to continue. People would love to see Ben Affleck back as Batman. So we'll see where this goes. All right, guys, there's my update for the day. I do appreciate all the support. We will see you on the next video.